Chapter 10, Mishnah 3. The Mishnah continues to discuss a woman who received incorrect information about her husband's death. In this case, a woman remarried on the assumption that she was exempt from Yibum, and then found out that she had actually been subject to Yibum. A woman's husband and her only child went overseas, and someone came and told her, your husband died and then your child died, and she remarried based on that testimony. Since her husband died before his child died, he did not die childless. She is therefore exempt from Yibum and permitted to marry anyone. Later, other witnesses told her the opposite really happened. That is, her child died before her husband died. Since her husband had no other children, he had died childless. Thus, she had been bound to his brother for Yibum and was forbidden to marry her second husband. Therefore, she must leave her new husband and any child that she had with him, whether before she found out that she had been forbidden to marry him or after she found out, is a mamzer. In the next case, a woman married her Yavam based on incorrect testimony. Someone told her, your child died and then your husband died, which means that her husband died childless, and she is therefore bound to his brother for Yibum, and she underwent Yibum, i.e. she married her husband's brother, based on this information. Then witnesses told her the opposite actually happened. That is, her husband died before her child, which means that her husband did not die childless. Thus, not only was she not subject to Yibum, she was forbidden to marry her husband's brother. Therefore, she must leave her new husband. And any child that she had with him, whether before she found out that she had been forbidden to marry him or after she found out, is a mamzer. Another case where a woman remarried based on the incorrect assumption that her husband was dead. If someone told her, your husband died, and she remarried based on this testimony, and then witnesses told her he was actually alive at the time that you remarried, but he has now died, she must leave her new husband. Since she married him while her husband was still alive, she committed adultery, and a woman who commits adultery may not remain with the adulterer. And any child that she had with him before her first husband died is a mamzer. However, a child that she had after her first husband died is not a mamzer, because such a child was not born from an adulterous relationship. In the previous case, the woman had completed the marriage process with another man after hearing that her husband had died. The Mishnah now discusses a case where she had been betrothed by the second man, Kedushin, but had not yet completed her marriage to him, Nisuin. If they told her, your husband died, and she was betrothed by another man, and then her husband came back, she is permitted to return to her first husband. Since her marriage was not completed, and she did not cohabit with the second husband, she did not commit a sin, and she may therefore return to her original husband. Moreover, the second husband does not even have to give her a get. And even if the later husband gave her a get, it does not disqualify her from marrying a Kohen. Although a divorced woman may not marry a Kohen, in this case, since the second husband does not have to give her a get, even if he does give her one, it is meaningless. This law was derived by Rabbi Elazar ben Masya from the following verse, Leviticus 21, verse 7. The Kohanim shall not marry a woman who has been divorced from her husband. The phrase divorced from her husband implies that only a woman who is divorced from her legal husband is forbidden to a Kohen, but not a woman who has been divorced from a man who is not her legal husband. Since, in this case, the man to whom she was betrothed was never her legal husband, even if he divorced her, she is not disqualified from marrying a Kohen.